Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. I'm doing some optimizations with regards to my podcasts currently. I've talked a little bit about this in Short Funks previously, but the one podcast where, I have some ongoing concerns is Stone Ape. If folks have listened to recent Stone Ape podcasts, they will hear Heron's direction, change of direction, new form of ministry, new area of ministry. In contrast to this, I'm looking at Kickstarter, I'm looking at 20 years of Noble Ape and the things that need to come through this. I'm wondering whether or not it's time to put a pause on the Stone Ape recording. Historically, 2011 to 2013, I did actually put a pause on the Stone Ape recording. I moved to the San Francisco Bay Area, I had a wide variety of other concerns, but also, really, it was a point in the Stone Ape recordings where I wanted to take a break. There didn't seem to be much progress in terms of the stuff that Heron talked about. He seemed to be in some kind of quagmire associated with his general thinking, and his weekly participation with me in the recording left me feeling almost exhausted, basically, trying to run ideas, trying to offer possibilities, with the general ongoing conversation yielding very little. When I fired up Stone Ape again and started communicating with Heron, we had a few initial projects that I thought possibly could reinvigorate this whole circumstance, but they also came to kind of slamming halt, including trying to get a t-shirt out to the fans, and also the potential of doing a Kickstarter based on some of Heron's ideas. I realized that if Heron and I were going to interact together, we needed to move all that burden or all that potential burden associated with actually explicitly working together just to one side and enjoy the general framing conversation. But in recent weeks, particularly associated with Heron's new perspective and the research that I did associated with the website that he's using, and also really the almost infinite number of contradictions that seem to occur through this, I've realized that my energy might be better placed working on the Kickstarter and the Noble Ape 20 Years stuff more consistently. And maybe recording with Heron, maybe once a month or something. Because certainly in a weekly form, I don't really have much more that I can describe through Stone Ape that I'm not already describing through Short Funk. And although I do use Stone Ape sometimes as a means to echo some of the elements of Short Funk, it just doesn't seem to be a productive use of my time currently. And typically by Friday evening, I am completely and utterly exhausted. And my ability actually to have rest time on a Friday evening, refocus my energies in some regard, but typically just continue on working through Friday evening in order to resolve issues associated with having time off over the weekend, these kind of things. I don't know. Listener feedback plays a large part in this as well. And one of the things that's interesting about the Stone Ape recordings is we do have a diversity of interesting listeners and participants who let me know what they're doing on a periodic basis. That being said as well, ultimately it's my energy at the end of the day, so maybe every other week, maybe a slowdown in the Stone Ape recordings, but when I have meaningful things that I need to invest in particular getting the Kickstarter going and the energy that needs to go into explaining aspects of the software and putting all those things together, I think I've got plenty of time that needs to be invested in that. So stay tuned, a little bit of reflection here. Many Short Funk listeners are not Stone Ape listeners, and I appreciate that. You folk have probably already fast-forwarded on to the next recording. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.